the run. This is Jackson. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. A gain of 3, second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Back to throw here. Throwing the out route, incomplete. It's Cole. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Tyrell Williams was the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
Flush to his right. Nowhere to go. Here he lost the football, and they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, these are going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
On 1st down, Adams. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great play there with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Chargers coming out of the field now. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position. And I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league. But the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here.
He's got a man. Complete. 20, 10, 5, and oh so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play there for L.A. 73 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. They'll run it with Jackson. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there. And
he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Justin Jackson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Sturgis adds the PAT, and we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll begin here with Adams. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Luke Kuechly combines speed, intelligence, toughness, puts it all together. It makes plays like one we just saw there. He may not be a big-time blitzer, but, boy, he knows how to pursue straight ahead and make
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long.
7:34. 29.
Shotgun now for Carr. Going deep here for Bryant. That's caught at the 25. On 3rd down, that is a big-time play for the Raiders. 53 yards.
As crazy as it seems, this is something you should expect. Long passes downfield that get tipped in the air.
Yeah, this is what keeps the DBs up at night, though, these types of plays.
Drives them crazy because you actually practice it. It's called a tip drill. You're supposed to tip it up, and if it is up in the air, go get it. Instead, the offensive guy pulled it down.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
On 2nd down, Adams. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a 1st down as well. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
The Raiders into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and 10 from the 10. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish, holding that to a minimal gain.
On 2nd down now, Adams. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Carr. Hard throw, incomplete.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. And his kick here is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Chargers getting set to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards. This quarterback now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go.
Looking to throw. Being chased out left. And avoids the contact by sliding. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw. Caught left side, Williams. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back now to begin the 2nd quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gordon. First down, he'll drop to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Right side caught by Jackson. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Detroit! Detroit! Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Detroit! Detroit! Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Back to throw again. They still can't get him. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
Well, enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
1st and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
They'll drop the throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Caleb Sturgis now for the Charger field goal. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. And Sturgis able to knock it through, and that will knot us up at 10. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive, capture the field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now here come the Raiders. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
The Drive starts with a handoff to Adams. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. He'll be brought down at the 43. Joey Bosa in on the stop. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Carr to throw on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
It is tough to complete pass against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against the zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle.
7:34.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Joey Bosa in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He finds Ross, right side, it's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards on the play. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. This quarterback now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's 1st down. He'll drop to throw. And it's caught. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Hunter Henry, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers are going to take the lead. Sturgis for the extra point, and that makes it a 17-10 score. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Raiders. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Carr going to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Seeing that play and understand just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And put a really nice game right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
On 2nd down, Adams. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. He's got Adams on the hookup. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. Two minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Southern California after this. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Carl try it again on 2nd down. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Throwing on 1st down is Carr. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll run it now. Out they go. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. In on the tackle there, Luke Kuechly.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
637.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Detroit!
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Khalil Mack in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And that's caught inside the 35. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Back to throw now on 1st down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. He'll look to throw. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. They got to get it to the 21 here on third down. They'll set up a throw. Eluding the pressure right. And it's complete. Henry. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. A bit of a surprise. They're going for it with 2 ticks remaining. No sign of the field goal unit. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Field goal unit not out there. They won 6 before halftime.
Now let's go. Blue, line it.
They'll throw now on the final play. His throw incomplete. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference. We now proceed to the start of the second half. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play. This one taken just inside the 10. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. Wide open receiver complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 23 yards on the play. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. A carry for Adams. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Purdue. 7:34. Go. Good set.
On 2nd down, here's Carr. Incomplete, almost intercepted. They haven't picked him off yet. Would have been a great time for the first, but instead it's 3rd down. The Raiders on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Carr. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he gets it down to the 32. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and that's sack number 18 for him on the year. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. We saw a lot of that a week ago defensively from him. AFC Defensive Player of the Week. Just always seems to be around the football.
I like your observation there. Understands the game, understands positioning, can put himself in the right spot, and then make a play on the football.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And right side, Henry's got it. A gain of 32 that time.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he comes back with one complete. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
It was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
And while there was no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity may have to go out the window. They've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
And he goes out right around the 39. It's a 4-yard pickup. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. On third down, Carr. Over the middle, complete. That's Hall. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives them a new set of downs. Carr now, 5 straight completions here in this second half, 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Adams, and able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Looking to throw on second down. Carr. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
So a good spin move there before he's taken down. A nice little gain. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Leopard! Leopard! Mike 50, Mike 50. Over!
They run again with Jackson. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop it.
Detroit!
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Cole. He went over 100 yards in the wild card round. He's over 100 here as well. And a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Back now at the StubHub Center in Carson. Now they'll run it on the toss. He'll get this to the 40. Sweet little juke in there. Got him some extra yardage. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Watch it now, Barney!
On the ground, this is Jackson. And an alley to run. And now running right through it. Look at this. Middle of the field, a breakaway. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Justin Jackson, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Sturgis adds the PAT, and the lead is up to 18 now. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Here's Carr to throw. And he whips that one incomplete there. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings them up 2nd and 10. Here's Adams. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Well, that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give them a lot of confidence to help turn things around. Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he's on to punt for Oakland. And this one will be touchdown right at the 30-yard line. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Rasul Douglas there to get him down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo.
And the Raiders have got him. Khalil Mack in there for the sack, and he's closing in on that all-time record. That's number 19 on the year.
Watch him now, Barney.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That is nearly complete over the middle. That's Crawford. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there of 20 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Over the middle, complete. It's Cole. And he'll get it down here to the 43. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish. The strategy would tell you run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now it's Jackson. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Adolphus Washington in there to take him down and to take us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. The Chargers on third down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. They'll look to throw here. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Throwing now is Carr. Out left side here to Bryant. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That goes for a gain of 31. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Carr now on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Carr. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Bryant. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. They've got another 1st down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. To throw, it's Carr. Buying time to his left. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And before the 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Again, it's Carr. Eluding the pressure right. Now a desperation throw. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And he will bring us all the way up to the 30-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield. It gets intercepted.
Going for the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way down to the 26. It's a big one there for the Chargers. 44 yards.
And they just hit another big completion there, and I think in days gone by in the NFL, You might have asked, is this a little bit of overkill? Is this rubbing it in? I don't think people feel the same way nowadays.
It's the age-old argument. Then you could say on the other side, if you're going to get angry about it, stop it, right?
Go ahead and stop me. And I think a lot of the times they just look at it like, let's just play the game. And however it turns out, it turns out.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Flush to his right. That is caught at the 7. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Well, I know at points in this one you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for the home team here, it's just their 3rd win on the campaign as they move to 3-11 on the year.
What's up, gang? Let me go secure for the game right quick. Hey, what's up, gang? I got it. I think it's my fault. For real. What's up, hey, I got that checking to go. I'm gone. A lot of these look lost. They broke. They think it's my fault. No car. I want that caught. I'm dripping. I'm stuck with the sauce. Good drip. But she love you, don't cut your... Reynolds and Vinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rape in the city, that's light. LED, look at the light. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life?